This is CNN Breaking News.
All right, welcome back. Breaking news here on CNN. I'm Brooke Baldwin. Let me just bring you up to speed as far as what we know in Munich, and we don't know a whole heck of a lot, but here's what we do know, that it's being reported as a fatal shooting. Multiple people reported dead. That number we don't have yet. Multiple people reported injured. That number we don't have either, as this has happened really just in the past hour at this shopping mall. Police say at least one of the shooting locations, and I say one of because there are reports of multiple also, happened at this McDonald's, which sits within this shopping center. According to witnesses that CNN has spoken to, they have seen at least 3 different shooters. We have some video of who appears to be potentially one of the suspected gunmen shooting. You'll hear the gunfire in just a second, but just to warn you before we roll this, the video is disturbing.
Ey, wie krank ist denn der? Kommt hierher, lauft.
Police are telling those in Munich, stay home, lock your doors if you are in these neighborhoods. Do not post videos of the police operation. They don't want to help these perpetrators. Also, according to law enforcement, there's a massive second police operation happening elsewhere. So what you're looking at, this is the northwestern part of Munich, the second operation happening really in the center of the city as well. Will Ripley is our correspondent who's been working on this and bringing us new information here every several minutes or so. And so, Will, still no one has been arrested, correct?
That's right, which means that there is still a clear and present danger for people who are in Munich, which is why the police have told people that they need to stay inside their homes or offices or any safe place away from public areas. In fact, the U.S. State Department also put out a tweet just a short time ago also telling people to shelter in place and to monitor the local media and to not go outside until they know the situation is all clear. We don't know how many people have been killed. Several is the number that we're hearing, possibly 3, possibly more. In addition to that, people are injured at the Olympia Mall on the northwest side of Munich. Also, a second ongoing situation in the city center. Reports that a major metro station, a subway station, has been evacuated. We don't know what's happening there, but we do know that rail service, subway service, and bus service in Munich has stopped for the moment. So this city is essentially locked down. Public transportation is not moving. People are being told to stay inside on what would otherwise be a very busy Friday night. Of course, this is just a few days after an axe attack that was linked to ISIS on a commuter train. 4 people injured before police shot that teenage Afghan refugee who pledged allegiance to ISIS. And then a week ago in Nice, France, Brooke, you and I were there for a terror attack that killed 84 people and injured more than 200 along the Promenade des Anglais. People here in Europe are wondering if this is the beginning of a new trend. ISIS has been calling for quite some time for attacks on Europe, and Germany, being a key U.S. ally, just like France, is a prime target.
And let me just add one bit of information we've also gotten, Will Ripley, thank you immensely, that the number of people in Munich, you know how law enforcement are telling people to shelter in place if people are in this area. Apparently those who live in Munich who are in these locations near the shootings are tweeting with a hashtag. They're tweeting in German, obviously, but the hashtag translation is open door, offering up shelter for those who need it, who are on social media. So you have that happening now in Germany. I have Lynn Stein. She has been good enough to stay on the phone. We talked to Lynn just a little while ago. Lynn works at a store in one of these shopping malls, and she has heard a number of shots. Lynn, are you still with me?
I'm still here, yeah.
Okay, so you are still safe. Tell me, for people who did not hear our conversation earlier, what did you hear?
Well, I was outside my store because I was going to buy something when I heard shots fired. I mean, I heard the noise. I didn't identify it as shots at first, and then the people started screaming and running outside. So I followed them. So there were several shots then. I was outside. I think there were more shots fired from inside the mall, and more people running around, screaming, scared, confused. A few minutes after, maybe 5 minutes after, I heard shots from a separate location. It seemed to be coming from the location of a parking garage, which is like next to the mall. And then I went back inside the mall because I had tried to call my coworker on the phone, but she didn't pick up, and I didn't know whether she was safe because I had left her alone in the store when I went out to buy that stuff. And she didn't pick up, so I went back inside the mall to try to go to my store and see whether she was okay or whether she was outside. And most of the stores that I passed by were empty and evacuated, and some had closed the doors. I passed by one store that was still open with maybe 4 or 5 people working there. Asked them if they were okay, and they asked, they said that, but they didn't really know what's going on either, and asked whether they should close down the store. I said, and go outside. And so I went to my store. Some guy came towards me, walking quickly, and I was like in the, we have like 2 stories, and I was in the upstairs in the mall. He came towards me. He said, he's downstairs. So I ran faster. I saw somebody lying on the ground, a woman above them. The person looked either dead or badly hurt. She was crying and really desperate. And I went into the store, but she wasn't there. So I left from on the other side of the street. And then the police just said, okay, everybody stay back. Everybody go on the other side of the street. Stay back. And it's been like this for 2 hours now, and there's still lots of people on the streets. I guess some people can't go back home, like me, because the street is closed.
Are you heading home?
And I know I would like to head home, but I cannot. I can't go home because the street is closed, which I would have to take. So I'm just sitting around and waiting for the situation to clear up.
Yeah, we've seen pictures, Lynn, of a number of people standing around and waiting, and I imagine they're in the same predicament where, they should be home. That's what law enforcement wants for them, but you're sort of stuck in this perimeter. Can you tell me, it's a Friday evening, it was early evening, right around dinner time when we got reports of shots within this McDonald's. How crowded in this part of the city is it?
The part of the city in itself isn't very crowded, but lots of people come to the shopping malls on Friday and Saturday especially, just to shop or hang out or grab something to drink or something. So so it was fairly crowded, not overly crowded like it could be sometimes, but it was like medium. Medium crowded.
I understand that translates for sure. And so other than sort of frustration that you can't go home, last question, how are you feeling?
Well, currently kind of okay. I mean, it's been a while now. I was very shaken up when it happened, kind of close to crying. Right now I'm just basically waiting, and I'm still a little bit shaky actually, but all in all I'm okay. Okay.
Lynn Stein, I really appreciate you and your voice. Thank you so much for sharing with us what you're seeing, what you have heard. Please stay safe. Law enforcement asking, obviously, those who are not within this perimeter, thank you, to go home and to stay home. Again, to reiterate, you're seeing on the screen witnesses saying they've seen at least 3 different people with guns, none of whom at this moment have been caught. We're all over the breaking news here. I'm Brooke Baldwin. Quick break. We're back after this.